With Uncut Gems from the Safdie brothers. As you guys know, I was over the moon excited for this film. I've seen all their feature-length films, Daddy Longlegs, Heaven Knows What, about the heroin user. I think that's what it's called. Sorry if I fucked up the title. And then Good Time. First off, all of their feature-length films are 10 out of 10s. In my opinion. Their first feature-length film is about a irresponsible father, and then the feature after that, Heaven Knows What, is about a heroin addict. Good Time is about a street thug trying to save his brother, and now we have Uncut Gems, which is just literally is about the chaotic life of Howard Ratner. This jewelry guy in New York, and basically he's trying to pull off the biggest bet of his life. This is the most intense film I've ever seen. Prior to that, fun fact, it was The Hurt Locker and Hard Candy. The opening few minutes to this film is the best opening to any film from last year. The opening to this film is extraordinary. The film opens with a sequence that takes place in 2010. The first big sweeping shot that we see in Uncut Gems is fucking unbelievable. Okay, unbelievable. It's almost as if we are panning over a site that's like fucking prehistoric, being investigated by niggas trying to dig up bones or some shit. that's what it felt like. The opening to this film was so mind-blowingly visually epic and ominous, and the opening to this film immediately makes you uneasy, like already, even just a few seconds in, you're already uneasy. There are so many batshit fucking things that happen in this goddamn film, and the movie, it just gets more and more and more uneasy and intense and anxiety inducing. Honestly, when we were in the third act, I almost thought I was having cardiac arrest at certain points, because the movie never slows down. The movie never lets you relax. I was literally like a closed fist watching this film the whole time. And then the third act, when we finally get to see what happens to Howard, does Howard pull off this crazy bet? Does he finally get all the money that he's been so desperately trying to get this whole time? The way that this movie ends is just one of the nuttiest pieces of cinema I've seen in a very long time. The ending was so extraordinary that I was literally laughing out loud uncontrollably, because it was only until when the credits started rolling that I finally was able to relax. So when the credits rolled for this movie, I was just because I had been this closed fist the whole time. I've never experienced something like that before. I've seen the film twice now, and on both occasions in the third act, when we finally get to see what happens to Howard, everybody in the audience was like, oh, this is just bruising cinema. I highly recommend it. This movie is literally a cinematic adrenaline shot. The score is just so wonky and out there and just awesome. All the acting is fantastic, and this is Adam Sandler's. This is his best performance ever. The Safdie brothers, they spent 10 years working on this, and honestly, it's really just one big cinematic endurance test. Uncut Gems is obviously a 10 out of 10.